Welcome, Sagittarius, to your September reading, tarot reading to my channel. If you're new, Milk and Honey Tarot Therapy. Call it that because I am an intuitive therapist. I use metaphysical tools to heal and work with people, help them get unstuck. I'm also an certified executive coach, and I love helping people move forward in their life. The tarot is just a great way. I started the channel in 2017 and have been fortunate enough to work with a lot of people one-on-one around the world, which is my real passion and calling to do so. So if you're interested in either a reading or some of my other services, check out my link below. And as always, whether you're new or you've been here over the years, thank you for liking, sharing. If you're new, please subscribe, comment. It does help the algorithm. And I'm very grateful for those that stick around and watch to the end. And if this doesn't resonate with you, I always say watch your other videos, your moon and rising sign, if this is a sun sign for you, or if you're cross watching for some reason. Watch the ones that speak to you. Some will resonate more than others. And we've had big energies, in August, which is then playing out in September in all the signs, and opportunities for expansion, for growth, for things to leave our lives that aren't working and new things to show up. So let's move forward and see what's happening here for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so, and I pulled from the traditional deck some oracle cards. And so what we've got first coming out is the Four of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth, money, real estate. And this card represents kind of holding on to things. Maybe money's been tight. Maybe you're holding on too tight in a relationship. Four is a number of stability. So if things have been scarce, if you will, they're going to start to stabilize. Maybe it's in your, however this applies to your life, relationship, career, money, next chapters. Maybe you've been holding on too tight to a certain belief system or a certain way you thought life needed to unfold. And that's all about what just happened in August. The North and South nodes changing signs or just pulling us out of the comfort zones into something new. So if you're holding on too tight or you feel like that resonates, you might want to think about what you need to do to let go of what's not working. If you're in a business situation and you've been controlling too much or micromanaging or things like that, maybe trying to do things all on your own. We're getting this card. It might be time to work with a partner or to collaborate. This is a Three of Pentacles. This is a lot about teamwork, partnership. It's also Pentacles. So you're going from 3 to 4 or 4 to 3 in the reading. So, and 3 is always a number of creativity, growth. There's two people create a third, right? So it's expansion in a creative sense. So you might benefit from collaborating, working with a team if this is a work situation. I just get, that might be coming out for some of you. And then, if you've been working on your own and it's gotten tired, you've got this feeling of this Nine of Wands. This man, you are resilient. You are, no matter what you've already been through, the battles, this man's kind of weary. You're in a strong position to continue to succeed. If it's a relationship that's been through some things and you've been holding on, you're going to see some breakthroughs. 9 is that number of almost completion. It's getting to the 10, where 10 is completion. In fact, that's the next card coming out. Here we go. 10 of Cups. This is like one of the happiest, most fulfilling cards. It's like everything you would want. The rainbow with the cups and the open field and the family and everybody's happy and the kids are dancing. It's kind of like if things have been, you're holding on and it's blocked things, or things just have been blocked, they're going to start to open up a little bit, and you're going to start to see some movement. But for others of you, I'm getting, it is something you need to let go of. Maybe it's just letting go of control of the outcome, or letting go of the timing. Maybe not the situation, but the timing of things. I felt like over the summer, everything felt delayed. Everything just felt stuck and stalled. And here's, this card coming out too, not the right time. So something is going to move forward and begin to shift, but it might not quite be the right time. It needs something else. So what does it need? The cards, what are the rest of the cards saying is, well, this one is coming out for that message, a leg up. This is about somebody, again, the collaboration. It's very similar to this. Somebody might need to open some doors for you, or just come in and partner with you, work with you. It's just somebody can give you that leg up. And then here, clean it up. Maybe you need to get yourself ready in some sense or some way, be prepared, whether it's in your home, you need to declutter your house. That's kind of the literal interpretation of this card. But it could be just making room for what's trying to show up, or what will show up when the time is right. And then we've got this change in the wind. So it is coming. There is a change coming. This card is very often saying what's happening, you can't see it necessarily. It's happening behind the scenes. It's happening for you. And I do get that it's going to involve other people. It's going to not just be you by yourself holding on to some tight or rigid way of doing things, or how things have to show up and unfold. It is about, working on a team. Here we go. Soulmate. This could literally be a soulmate, and somebody maybe is trying to move a relationship forward, and you've been holding on to an old idea, or an old life, or an old relationship, instead of embracing this new relationship that is either showing up or getting ready to start showing up, because we did get the not the right time. But it's going to start coming in. And soulmates can also be, this could be a work type of soulmate, meaning a great partnership. It's like the Two of Cups in the tarot. It's a collaborative soul contract, if you will. It could be romantic, and it might be for some of you, but for others of you, it could just be this great, I'm just hearing partnership, just partnering with someone in work and business. Maybe you're thinking about taking your business in a different direction, but you're going to really benefit and succeed if you collaborate and you work with somebody. You've come a long way. You're resilient. You've been through some battles. You've got some more scars, if you will, but you need that leg up. There's a change in the wind, and the change probably most things start with us first, and then they manifest. But somebody's going to help open some doors, and then this kind of energy can show up. Magic. It's going to feel like magic, where things all of a sudden open up, they move forward, there's momentum. But what you may have to let go of is doing everything by yourself. Doing everything by yourself. We're getting this card, lean on God and the angels. Maybe you just need to work with your higher energies and angels and helpers, and not just think you can do it all by yourself. Learn to work with those energies, because they're here. They just, unless we ask for their help, they're not going to impose or intervene. We have to ask for that. And that's where the magic happens. And that's where it gets smoother and easier, and things take off and they get grounded. And this is where you can kind of ground and anchor your manifestations, your wishes, your dreams, your desires. Um, and they're not just here, they're in, they're this. They start really showing up. This is about the things that you need, you want, you're working for. It could be this perfect soulmate relationship where start a family, have a family, move to a new house, enjoy your life together. You're rearranging your work life balance so that you can enjoy. That might be for you what this cleaning up is. Clean up the imbalances and be open for the help. Maybe and this card also on the angel card, it's time to leave an unhealthy situation. Now, this might literally be a real unhealthy thing in a relationship, but it also could be an unhealthy balance that you've been just working too hard with that Nine of Wands. You've just worked yourself weary, and it's time to take on help, partner, not hold on so tightly. That's what I'm getting is you don't have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to hold on. You can receive this offer, a new offer, something that's going to enrich your heart. Maybe somebody wants to join you in a partnership. And if they bring this offer, pages and court cards are always subject to a lot of different interpretations in the tarot. But I, especially in a general reading like this, see these as turning a page. It's sort of a pivotal new thing that shows up. And for some of you, this is an offer. And it might be something that you don't want, or you do ignore at first. You don't think it's significant enough, but it's going to actually turn out to be this great collaboration. Um, Maybe for some of you, it's a new relationship that you're dismissing, and the universe and God is saying, no, there's more to this. There is this longevity, this, clean up the cobwebs in your own mind about the old relationships or what you think this person was supposed to show up as. Clean that up. Let God help you. Leave the unhealthy behind, the imbalances, the distorted belief. And I am getting that some of you, you've held on to old beliefs. This is an old belief, an old paradigm, um, something sort of rigid that's not allowing you to receive more, but more is trying to get to you. And that's where the unhealthy part of this is coming in. It's time to leave an unhealthy first. It's the unhealthy part is the rigidity that you're blocking what's trying to show up for you because you need a higher perspective. You need to see things from that that new perspective, that change in the wind of, wind being air related to those swords, changing your mind, changing your beliefs, being open to a new idea and a new direction. And then it's going to start to unfold. I do believe you're blocking the magic, really. And there is a time element. There is something that is just divine timing, and those things can't be altered. They're better if we don't rush them. For those of you that might need that, I just thought of this old analogy of, when something is going through a incubation phase or a transformation phase, it's like the caterpillar inside the cocoon, and there's just a process, a transformative process that it morphs and grows and develops into the butterfly. But if we try to accelerate that on our own or accelerate something before it's ready, we destroy it. So for some of you, there is a transition. It's not the right time. You've got to give it more time. And others of you, I get you're being asked to let go of old beliefs, rigid ideas, rigid perspectives, and then collaborate and be open to what the universe is bringing you. It could be this great soulmate relationship, great partnership in work or career. It's showing up as a great collaborative and help that's trying to get to you, both divine help and earthly help, to facilitate your goals, your dreams, your passions. And that just it's going to bring in the magic when that happens. And that's the energies that hopefully resonate with you. And if they don't, do watch your other videos. And again, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. If you're new, welcome and thank you. And I will see you next time.